Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Bookworm Reviews. I'm your host, the Bookworm. That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? Sit back and relax as we dive into The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
I volunteer, I gasp. I volunteer as tribute. There's some confusion on the stage. District 12 hasn't had a volunteer in decades, and the protocol has become rusty. The rule is that once a tribute's name has been pulled from the ball, another eligible boy, if a boy's name has been read, or a girl, if a girl's name has been read, can step forward to take his or her place. In some districts in which winning the reaping is such a great honor, people are eager to risk their lives. The volunteering is complicated. But in District 12, where the word tribute is pretty much synonymous with the word corpse, volunteers are all but extinct. Lovely, says Apple Trinket, but I believe there's a small matter of introducing the reaping winner, and then asking for volunteers. And if one does come forth, then we... She trails off, unsure herself. What does it matter, says the mayor. He's looking at me with a pained expression on his face. He doesn't know me, really, but there's a faint recognition there. I am the girl who brings the strawberries, the girl his daughter might have spoken of on occasion, the girl who 5 years ago stood huddled with her mother and sister as he presented her, the oldest child, with a medal of valor, a medal for her father, vaporizing the mines. Does he remember that? What does it matter, he repeats gruffly. Let her come forward. Prim is screaming hysterically behind me. She's wrapped her skinny arms around me like a vice. No, Katniss, no! You can't go! Prim, let go, I say harshly, because this is upsetting me, and I don't want to cry. When they televise the replay of the reapings tonight, everyone will make note of my tears, and I'll be marked as an easy target. A weakling. I will give no one that satisfaction. Let go! I can feel someone pulling her off my back. I turn and see Gale has lifted Prim off the ground, and she's thrashing in his arms. Up you go, Catnip, he says, in a voice he's fighting to keep steady, and then he carries Prim off towards my mother. I steel myself and climb the steps. Well, bravo, gushes Apple Trinket. That's the spirit of the games. She's pleased to finally have a district with a little action going on in it. What's your name? I swallow hard. Katniss Everdeen, I say. Under the nation of Panem, the law of the capital rules the 12 districts. To keep them in line after a bloody rebellion, each district is forced to give one boy and one girl between the ages of 12 through 18 for the annual Hunger Games, where 24 tributes fight to the death till only one victor is left for the nation's entertainment. For the 74th Games, Katniss Everdeen of District 12 volunteers to protect her sister, but she is more than meets the eye, for Katniss survives in harsh conditions on a daily business. But can she survive the madness of the games? Easily one of the biggest things right now, the Hunger Games is a pop culture phenomenon setting the world on fire, and it deserves most of the praise it's getting. Starting with one of the best female protagonists in recent years, Katniss Everdeen, a bow and arrow specialist who has been supporting her family, but isn't viewed as the most badass woman you have ever seen. She has a soft side of caring for her sister and the people she loves. She is a complex character that is treated and viewed as a human being that a lot of people can look up to. And then there are the two social commentaries about reality television and class inequality, from the Hunger Games themselves treated as a celebration as these young people's lives are being thrown to the Minotaur, how they are all ordinary people thrust to become celebrities overnight. In fact, Panem is a reference to Rome and how the government uses gladiatorial battles to distract its people from the real issues. But on top of that, we also see class inequality from the different districts, how they must provide the capital's demands for very little in return, and if you live in a lower district number, you get lesser rights. Something that is a very important issue in today's world, and the book isn't preachy about it. It trusts its audience to get the subtext going on without spelling it out. But I should address the major elephant that surrounds this book. Some people have made note that The Hunger Games has a very similar plot to a Japanese book called Battle Royale that came out 9 years prior.
Say what?
It raises the question then if Suzanne Collins took a lesser known book and repurposed it for her own purposes. From what I can tell, it's clear she didn't know the book even existed. It honestly sounds more like people were hating on it cause Hunger Games is super successful while Battle Royale is still unknown to mainstream audiences. But I can't really say much cause I haven't read the book yet. But if anything else, this is what the author of Battle Royale had to say about it. Until proven otherwise, I'm saying it's a bunch of bull. So all in all, the book is a good read with a good main character and social commentary that isn't dumbed down for kids. But there are some tiny flaws that stop me from calling the book great. Cause with all the praise I give it, there are moments that are just underwhelming. Like the world building. The world building in this book is downright terrible, and I can prove it by asking you one question. What does each district do in Pan Am? In the book, we only get maybe 4, 5 districts answered. It isn't even that hard to explain them. How about telling us from the chariot parade? They are supposed to dress up to fit their district, so explaining that then is simple work. But what we get is a very small and limited look of the world, which you can argue is the point since no one can visit the other districts. But I'm not asking for a full history lesson. Just a little idea of what each district does. Just a little, it's not that hard. The other is how some of the Hunger Games aren't showcased that well. Not the commentary, but the impact I'm supposed to feel throughout the games. The biggest reason for that is I don't know much about the kids being killed. Most of them are nameless or are given two-dimensional personalities of them good or them bad or them dead. And again, you can argue the point about how Katniss doesn't care or pay attention or how it shows how some of the tributes see the games as a celebration. But it feels like we are only hitting the surface level and not digging deeper. We could have learned just a little of each contestant and that would have had more of an impact on me. Learn about their histories, where they come from. But nope, you don't even know. They're already dead. Honestly, it wasn't until the big climax that I was really on the edge of my seat. Which, quick tangent, the film version of that was a total cop-out. God, was that climax bad. Maybe these will be showcased more in the sequels, and we can all point and laugh at what an idiot I am. Shut up! But till then, The Hunger Games is only good. Really good, with a good message, but misses the mark for me to call it great. Still better than the movie though. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about The Hunger Games? Next week, we continue this surprise theme of young adult novels with female protagonists, with the one choice that can change everything. Till next time, have a nice day.